It's probably gonna be a green. Rough green. Never mind. Let's do Hildibrand stuff. Let's go. Well, Sarah, here to help again, are you? As things stand, I'm still waiting on word from.
Yours truly, I assume. Since parting ways, I've searched every alley and dive bar in Everkeep for signs of this Hildibrand character.
It's pronounced Hildibrand.
Well, however you say it, he was nowhere to be found.
Oh, where could the inspector be?
Chin up, tall face. The case ain't over yet, and I always get my man. When the trail goes cold, the trick is to go back to the beginning. I want you to tell me the whole story again, and leave nothing out, no matter how unimportant it might seem. So, you followed the rumors of the flying disc, which nabbed your friend, and that led you to the place where it most likely crashed down, here. You also think he was caught inside the dome when it appeared, and from your perspective, went through 30 years in the blink of an eye. Sounds like crazy talk. But I've seen enough strangeness in my line of work that I've learned to give clients the benefit of the doubt. Since we've got no leads on the man himself, I say we try jogging memories about the shiny starship instead. We'll want to question older people native to your world who might have witnessed the original crash landing 30 years ago. Folks that age seem to enjoy parks, like the one outside the residential radii. Let's go.
Okay, let's go talk to fire What a lovely place to interrogate our elders.
Old timers aplenty as promised. Pick a prune and get to it.
Oh, I still have that illustration I lent you the last time. Showing it around should help nudge some ancient noggins. I added a sketch of the inspector's face to make things even easier. I have another copy for myself, but that'll only makes two. So, Sarah, you and Detective Hard Boiled will have to share.
We are talking 3 decades ago here, so having a picture should come in handy, even if the dame's work is on the same level as a finger painting toddler's magnum opus. So, Sarah, was it? Well, you let me know when you're ready to bother some park goers. Right. Let's start showing that picture around then. Keep an eye out for older Yoon or Hetsaro that might have hailed from outside the dome. Oh, and don't forget the Shatona.
Okay, let's go. Hmm. What can this old lady do for you? "30 years ago? I honestly don't recall. My memories of that time are faded at best, my dears." "That is a lovely drawing of you, though, sir. Really captures your essence."
That slack jawed mug? You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, let's find something else.
Vending machines caught your eye? Yeah, you could buy yourself a coffee or an energy drink. The luxuries like that make you soft. When I'm alone walking through the darkest, dingiest parts of the city, I need something as weathered and weary as I am. I'll stick to my eggs, thanks.
Okay.
What would you be wanting with me then?
Can't say as I'm familiar with it. Ah, but I do remember 3 decades ago, when I was still in the bloom of youth. Well, middle age. Say, I remember you. The clever git who took me back for a time from that thieving horse. That was a good bit of sleuthing, it was.
No need for all that. I was just doing my job. Sorry to see that the tonic didn't do its job, though.
It's not about growing me hair back. It's about the routine. About 40 years of massaging me scalp and basking in the same fragrant aromas every morning. Doesn't feel right to start the day without it. 40 years of keeping an Everkeep made product? Ah, that's right, you're Alexandrian, born and bred the same as me. There's no way you could have seen the starships we're after. Sorry to bother you, sir. Okay, let's see.
May I help you? I'm sorry, but 30 years ago I was practically an infant. Far too young to remember much of anything. That picture is very cute, though. Did your child draw it for you?
Well, no one said it would be easy dredging up eyewitness accounts from so long ago. This is where the grit and persistence comes into it. I spied a Shatona fellow heading towards the 914 radius. Hard to guess his age with how long they live, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Let's find that guy. Lovely day, isn't it? I'm not sure I recognize the man. Hard to tell with such a simple drawing. Forget about the drawing. We're more interested in what you know about the flying disc. Ah, yes, the craft I do recall seeing. When I've yet felt the sun upon my face, I was living a very different kind of life at the time. It was during a hunt that I spotted it. Flying machines were a rare sight back then, so I remember it well even now. And do you remember where it was headed? It appeared to crash somewhere in Uoyawata to the north. I was of a mind to seek out the wreckage, but then the dome suddenly appeared, and I had far, far stranger things to worry about. There, what did I tell you? Let's find your pal Nashu and share the good news. Okay, back to Nashu. No one seems to know anything about the starship. Did you fare any better? So it came down somewhere near this Uwera Yukata place? I don't suppose either of you have been there before. A research facility, you say? If some unidentified shiny object fell from the sky nearby, then I'd wager their people soon scooped it up. It seems we have our destination, but how to get across the lake? We could take a hover carvo. That we could. The reforgers have a few, and I happen to know one of an accommodating disposition. Right, that's our transportation sorted. What I'm stuck on, though, is how you've already been to this Yawata when I'm only just learning such a place even existed. What's your deal, anyway? I'm simply an ardent admirer of Inspector Hildibrand. Yeah, that's my story.
I can't imagine why anyone admired the man, at least from what you two have told me so far. Still, it's clear you're no fresh-faced mook. Let's press on with the investigation. My reforger friend should have a hover cargo waiting for us at the drift downs.
I better pack a dose of Nashu's delights.
Those explosives of yours, leave them behind. Don't need no dizzy dame blowing herself up on my watch, or me for that matter.
Okay, let's go to the drift downs. Okay. Let's go. Here we go.
This is the reforger pal I was telling you about. She keeps tabs on the heritage found scene and was a big help when I needed information for a case that spilled outside of Everkeep.
I hear you need transport to Uowata. The hover cargo is ready if you are. Let's go. They must like it dark in here.
This place is a mess. I don't see any monsters roaming the halls. At least, should be safe to split up and have a look around.
Okay, let's go. Shuffling through the various documents in the cabinet, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 1. According to an associate native to these lands, the unidentified vessel we recovered near Uowata had flown into the region not long before the dome manifested. Their testimony was corroborated by a thorough examination of the wreckage, which yielded not a single sliver of electrode. This vessel was without a doubt manufactured using technology fundamentally unlike our own. This mystery was further compounded by the discovery of a Yun survivor within the craft. Despite the apparent force of the impact, the lone male occupant had sustained no visible injuries. Yeah, that sounds kind of familiar. Skimming through the various documents, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 2. The Yun male we extracted from the wreckage is an abnormal specimen indeed. While physically unharmed and in clear possession of a soul, he yet remains in a comatose state. The absence of reaction to any and all external stimuli is indicative of temporal stasis. Every method we have attempted, be it electric shock, a hot bath, or a sharp slap across the face, has failed to wake the subject. Is his remarkable corporeal fortitude an innate natural quality, or was it acquired with the aid of unknown technology? My enthusiasm for this research knows no bounds. A lot of people being pickled in here, but Inspector Hildibrand isn't among them. Speaking of which, did you see where Detective Hard Boiled went? Ah, there it is. The document held by the clipboard is entitled Confidential Files Addendum 3. I cannot understate the incalculable potential I see in our mysterious subject. If we could but unlock the secret of his preternatural resilience, then we would never again need risk the dangers inherent in the transfer of monstrous souls. While some of my colleagues insist that vivisection is our only recourse, such an extreme measure would mean forsaking the knowledge of the man might impart to us regarding his equally intriguing flying vessel. For the time being, we have decided to suspend all research related to this subject. The specimen will be preserved in a biocapsule in Sector 51 and placed under observation in the hopes that he will one day regain consciousness.
Hello, Sarah. Sorry, something else in the records caught my attention and led me to a different floor. I had to rustle up a verification key first, so I haven't spent any time on your Starship mystery. Did you turn up anything yet? They were keeping him in Sector 51. The key I found should let us access that area. Let's grab your pal, Nashu, and head there now.
Inspector Hildibrand, there you are.
You two been yanking my chain? This clown doesn't look anything like me. Well, opinions aside, we've located our man. A hard-boiled egg would really hit the spot right now.
Here, give this one to the detective. Hmm. Oh boy. Here we go. From the lady.
Appreciate it. I never could refuse the kindness of strangers. These punks must be feeling lucky.
There's no need for firearms nor fisticuffs. I shall resolve this altercation in a manner that behooves a gentleman. Attention, everyone! Follow my lead, if you please. Splendid, most splendid. Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner. I fear I may have overslept a trifle. But I, Hildibrand, well-rested agent of inquiry, now stand before you, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. By the by, who is this austere-looking fellow? A new admirer of mine, mayhap? This is Detective Hard Boiled, your soul twin from another world. Why, my dear Nashu, this man possesses nary a speck of my singular aplomb. He does not resemble me in the slightest.
I couldn't agree more. My sweet old grandmother has more grit in her pinky finger.
That's odd. Maybe I need new glasses, but the two of them seem practically identical.
The odd thing here is how you look too damn young for a fellow who's been sleeping for 30 years. And don't get me started on how you charm those shambling corpses. What kind of crime against nature are you?
The inspector has a very unique physique, for one, and as for the zombies, he's an excellent rapport with them ever since his brief stint as an undead overlord extraordinaire.
That raises more questions than answers. Still, we can consider your missing person case closed. Which leaves me to chew on the something else that caught my attention earlier. I smell a new case brewing, and I mean to follow my nose.
A case, you say? Then allow me to offer the services of Hildibrand, Inspector Extraordinaire.
Undead Overlord seems more plausible to me at this juncture, but I'll bite. What does a fellow like you even inspect?
Impenetrable mysteries and unsolved cases, of course.
So, we're in the same business, eh? Makes me wonder how this gentleman act of yours actually helps you get the job done.
I, too, am curious to see if beneath that leathery gumshoe exterior, you have the gumption to handle the truly difficult cases.
The dame? She's your assistant?
Loyal and steadfast.
I had an assistant once. But now ain't the time to reminisce. We have a new case to work on.
This'll be just the thing to prove your sleuthing chops, Inspector. Let's get out of here and get down to brass tacks. Okay. It's like 9 minutes. I always have a spare set of inspector's clothes on hand. Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. It's up and full of beans. All right, let's go for it. That's no way. I'm not going to be able to finish this.
As I was saying, I got a whiff of a new case in the making. So listen up while I explain the particulars. You said you scoured this place top to bottom and learned they were trying to stuff people's souls into monstrous hosts
but the facility was forced to close down before they managed any real success. Sound about right? I'm guessing whatever incident turned the staff into walking corpses happened not long after. Here's where it gets interesting. According to the notes I found, one of the researchers survived and continued to work independently even after the project was mothballed. Apparently, he dismissed the Tural Vidral as impossible to control and instead chose to pursue his research using less ornery beasts. Are you suggesting this mad scientist transferred his own soul into some slavering fiend? Nothing so mad as all that. No, he saved that honor for convicted criminals. Seems he set up a fake rehabilitation program, had the prisoners transferred, then yanked out their souls for use in his experiments. How awful! And what became of those now criminally minded creatures? That's the million credit question. I tracked down the containment cell mentioned in the notes, but found the cages inside emptier than a barfly's tumbler. A little digging into the operations log showed the cage locks were opened only recently, which means we find ourselves on the case of the fiendish fugitives. We must seek out and apprehend these dastardly evildoers on the double. Yes, there's a chance that they're out there causing trouble, and as a detective, I can't turn a blind eye when I suspect wrongdoing is afoot. Luckily, I also found a storage device that I figured belonged to the author of those research notes. It's pretty banged up, but I think the data might still be intact. Let's head back to Solution 9. I'll take this thing to my place in the recreation zone and see what I can recover. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to stop right now. I think that this is going to take a little more time, but made some good progress. Maintenance starts in about 4 minutes. So I guess I'll end here and pick it up after maintenance. So if you've been along for the ride here, thank you for joining me. This is getting kind of interesting. So until next time, bye-bye.